What up, everybody? Welcome back to Jayfabe Wrestling. We are here. SummerSlam season is upon us, and yeah, we are rebooking every SummerSlam that I have not booked so far. So now we're looking at SummerSlam 2011, and this took place August 14th, 2011, in Los Angeles, California, at the Staples Center. Let's run down the card for you guys right now. So in the opener, we got a 6-man tag match. Kofi Kingston, John Morrison, and Rey Mysterio defeating The Miz, R-Truth, and Alberto Del Rio. Then we got Mark Henry defeating Sheamus by countout. Kelly defeated Beth Phoenix for the Divas Championship to retain. Wade Barrett defeated Daniel Bryan. Randy Orton defeated Christian in a no-holds-barred match for the World Heavyweight Championship. CM Punk defeated John Cena to win the undisputed WWE Championship, and then Alberto Del Rio cashed in on CM Punk to win the WWE Championship. So yeah, guys, this was definitely a pretty good card. The main event was really a good match. Cena and John Cena, they have great chemistry. Randy and Christian, they also had a pretty great feud in 2011, so that was really good. The 6-man tag match was fun. Mark Henry and Sheamus was a physical match. Bryan and Wade Barrett was a nice, solid mid-card match as well. And then obviously we have Kevin Nash returning, attacking CM Punk, Del Rio cashing in. So there's a lot of notable moments. And yeah, this time period was very exciting because it just came off Money in the Bank 2011. So everyone was very intrigued to see what they would do with CM Punk. So yeah, this is really solid card. But yeah, I would definitely change a lot of things around, especially in regards to CM Punk. And yeah, I feel like the mid card, they definitely could have had a few more matches here, blow off a few more feuds. So yeah, we're going to get into my card right now. All right, so the first match I have will be actually for the Divas Championship. It's a match they had on the card. We have Kelly facing Beth Phoenix. And yeah, nice solid feud here. Obviously, the build can be Beth Phoenix. She's tired of Kelly getting all the attention. She's like the Barbie doll. And that, she's going to destroy Kelly and bring relevance back to the women's division. And yeah, obviously she's teaming up with Natalya. They're kind of known as the Divas of Doom. So that was cool. And yeah, I would actually have the same match, but I would actually have Beth Phoenix regain the belt here and start a nice strong run. And yeah, again, the women's matches, these girls are trying, and yeah, this was a solid match, so I'll keep it on the card. All right, the next match I have is for the World Tag Team Championship. I have Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre versus Kofi Kingston and Evan Bourne, Air Boom. So yeah, the tag team titles were not on the card here, so I feel like this would add a lot of depth to the card. And going out of WrestleMania 27, I had Ziggler and Drew McIntyre defeat Big Show and Kane, so they're having a nice strong run here. They're claiming that they're the best tag team in the world. And yeah, Kofi Kingston can make the challenge, and they're saying, who's your partner? So, and then Evan Bourne comes out, and they're saying that we're known as Air Boom. And yeah, they're just going to have a couple singles matches here. And I would actually give Air Boom the win. They became tag team champs around this time as well. And yeah, I think it's just a good run for the heels. But yeah, a nice fresh team. Kofi and Evan Bourne gives them something to do. And yeah, should be a really good match. All right, the next match I have is for the Intercontinental Championship. We have Cody Rhodes defending against Ted DiBiase. So yeah, Cody was not on the card as well. Which is unfortunate. He was doing a lot of great work in 2011. So yeah, coming off WrestleMania, I would have Cody Rhodes defeat Kofi Kingston to become IC champ, and he's having a good run. And yeah, maybe he can try to recruit Ted DiBiase to reform Legacy again. But he says, this time I'm the leader because I got the belts. And yeah, we could have them in a tag match. Ted DiBiase could get pinned. Then Cody Rhodes can snap, use the mask, just beat up Ted DiBiase, and Cody could talk smack, saying that, he was the weak link. Everyone thought I was the weak link, but he's the weak link, and with all his money in his family, he can't buy this Intercontinental Championship because he can't beat me. And yeah, Ted DiBiase can cut a promo, try to sympathize with the crowd, saying, even though he was born in a rich family, he had to work just as hard as everyone else, and he wants to prove that his hard work will get him success, and he challenges Cody Rhodes. And yeah, nice solid mid card match here. I don't think these guys had a pay-per-view blow off match, so yeah, nice match where Legacy goes at it, and Cody Rhodes could get the win. He can use the mass to keep Ted looking strong. All right, the next match I have is for the United States Championship. We have Alex Riley versus The Miz. So yeah, I had Daniel Bryan have the U.S. Championship out after WrestleMania, and then I would have Alex Riley defeat Daniel Bryan on the pay-per-view without The Miz's help. And yeah, The Miz is very happy for him. And then they can have some dissension where Alex Riley cost The Miz a couple matches. Maybe even at Money in the Bank, he accidentally knocks The Miz off. And The Miz is pissed, and he's like, you know what? If you really value our friendship, you will hand over that U.S. Championship to me because you cost me the Money in the Bank. And then Alex Riley kind of thinks about it, and then he hits The Miz with the belt, turning face. And yeah, I think it'll be a nice, good pop. And Alex Riley can talk about how, he was carrying The Miz's bags, and he was the reason he was WWE champion, and he wants, to make his own name in this business. And The Miz could talk about how, he made Alex Riley a star. No one would know him if it wasn't for The Miz, and he's gonna, his 15 minutes of fame will be over at SummerSlam. So yeah, I think it'll be a really good feud, and I would actually have Alex Riley counter the skull crushing finale into like a flash roll up. And yeah, The Miz's foot will be on the rope, but the ref does not see it, and Alex Riley gets the win. And then after the match, The Miz could say there's a conspiracy against me, and yeah, he's gonna get his revenge soon. All right, next up we got Daniel Bryan versus Wade Barrett. So yeah, I actually do not have Daniel Bryan win the Money in the Bank. I just felt like, he wasn't really ready at the time. And yeah, I just didn't really feel organic for him to win it. But he'll be in the match, obviously, with Wade Barrett. And he can obviously knock Wade Barrett off the ladder. And then the next week, Wade Barrett blames everything on Daniel Bryan. He blames him for, losing the Money in the Bank. And he says he should actually work for him because he's the one that made him relevant. And then Daniel Bryan can talk about how, he helped the Nexus. He helped Wade Barrett win the championship because in my rebooking, I have Daniel Bryan stay with the Nexus. And yeah, and then he says, you know what? He realized that Wade Barrett shouldn't have been the leader, should have been me. So yeah, they can just talk about the Nexus, and Daniel Bryan can talk about how, you're talking about you made me, but I was wrestling, I was in Ring of Honor. I was making a name for myself. People didn't know who you were, before the Nexus. So, yeah, I think it'll be a really good feud. And I would actually have Daniel Bryan get the win, start building momentum for him. And, yeah, he can win cleanly. Wade Barrett can go for the wasteland. Bryan can reverse it into the label lock. And, yeah, he gets Wade Barrett to tap out clean. All right, next up we got R-Truth fighting John Morrison in a street fight. And yeah, the build here would be very simple. As you guys know, I had John Morrison be WWE champion after WrestleMania 27. And then I would actually have him drop it to R-Truth at Extreme Rules. And at that show, R-Truth can assault John Morrison after the match. And John Morrison was actually injured anyway, so that makes sense why he was gone until now. And yeah, obviously R-Truth would drop the belt to John Cena, and he's complaining about conspiracy theories at Triple H, and Triple H is like, you know what, R-Truth, how about you fight this guy at SummerSlam. John Morrison returns. And yeah, they can have a couple of brawls, and Triple H makes it a street fight. And yeah, it can be very personal, R-Truth and John Morrison, they used to be a tag team, but R-Truth got jealous. And then, yeah, he took him out, and John Morrison can say he thought R-Truth was his friend. And R-Truth can be like, this is a conspiracy. He should be getting another shot at the championship. He should get his rematch. And yeah, it's just him just going crazy, little Jimmy, all this crazy R-Truth stuff. And yeah, they have a good street fight here, and it looks like John Morrison's gonna get the win, but then the Miz can come out, attack John Morrison, hit him with the skull crushing finale to help R-Truth get the win. And yeah, that story will go on from here. All right, next up we got Mark Henry versus Sheamus. And yeah, the simple build here. Mark Henry says he's on the Hall of Pain. He took out the Big Show. He took out Kane. And he's like, who wants to step in the hall next? And Sheamus comes out. I'll fight you. And yeah, Sheamus turns face here. He says one thing he doesn't like is bullies, and and you can't bully me. And they can have a couple of brawls here. Sheamus can try to hit Mark Henry with the bro kick. Mark Henry could go run away. So yeah, again, very simple feud, two big men, and they had a really good match here. And I would actually have Mark Henry get the clean win because we're building towards him. So Mark Henry would be the Money in the Bank for the World Heavyweight Championship. He would have it, so I would try to keep him strong because I would have him cash in later in the year. To keep Sheamus strong, maybe he uses the briefcase and then hits the World's Strongest Slam. So yeah, again, very good match here, physical match, and Mark Henry gets the win. All right, next up we got Triple H versus Alberto Del Rio. So yeah, this match can be very simple. Del Rio is pissed that Triple H is a new CEO, and he says, Vince supported him, and that, he should have cashed in at Money in the Bank. And then Triple H can say, you know what, Alberto, this could have all been avoided, but you just suck, man. You got kicked in the face, and Punk ran away. So, to be honest, this is all your fault. So Triple H can talk smack to Del Rio, and Del Rio can say that, that he doesn't want Triple H as CEO, and he can sanction a match. He's like, you know what? I bet you don't even want to fight me because you're wearing a suit now. And he slaps Triple H in the face, and Triple H can be like, Del Rio, my other job is I am the game. Triple H, you want me at SummerSlam? You got it. So yeah, I think this would be a really good match. And I would actually Triple H go for the pedigree, but John Laurinaitis would actually distract Triple H, which would allow Del Rio to get the armbar, and Triple H would pass out. And yeah, Del Rio gets the win here. All right, next up is for the World Heavyweight Championship. We got Randy Orton defending against Christian. I would have Christian come out of WrestleMania 27 with the title. He defeats Edge as a babyface. And yeah, he has a couple pay-per-view matches, but he loses to Randy. And then he starts to use the catchphrase, one more match. Match where, his foot is on the rope, but it doesn't get called, so he's getting frustrated. And then at Money in the Bank, Randy could win again, clean. And then Christian could, spit in Randy's face, and that's when Randy snaps. And then coming out of that, Christian says he's going to sue the company unless he gets another match, and the match that he wants. And he says he wants a TLC match because he's the master of the TLC. It's a match Randy Orton probably has never been in yet. So, yeah, Randy says he accepts. And yeah, I think it would be a really solid, really great match. They had a great no-holds-barred match. So adding the TLC element would make it even more exciting. And yeah, I would actually have Christian go for the chair, and then Edge can stop him, and then Christian slaps Edge, and then Edge can try to hit Christian. He hits Randy, and then Christian throws Edge out the ring, and Christian retrieves the belt. So yeah, I think it'll be a really good match, nice finish, and yeah, Christian finally regains his belt at SummerSlam. All right, now we have the WWE Championship match. We have John Cena versus Rey Mysterio. So coming out of Money in the Bank, Cena is very disappointed in himself. He apologizes, and yeah, Vince is about to fire him. Obviously, Triple H becomes the new CEO, and yeah, Triple H says, "You know what, John? You're the previous champion, so we're gonna give you a chance to win the new vacant belt at SummerSlam against the man who wins the tournament." And yeah, Rey Mysterio wins the tournament, which he did defeat The Miz, but it won't be for the belt yet. And yeah, I thought it was weird how Cena just challenged Rey the same night. Come on, bro. What? That was really, not a Cena thing to do. And why would Rey even accept? He just won the tournament for the belt, and he's going to fight him in a couple hours. Nah, that didn't make sense to me. But yeah, Rey wins it. It's very friendly. Babyface versus babyface. Nothing but respect. Cena says he has nothing but respect for Rey Mysterio. He's all class, but he's going to show that, his hustle, loyalty, respect. And Rey can say, you know what, John, you're talking about hustle, loyalty, and respect, but I think I have that more than you because I have the biggest heart, in this business. And he's going to prove to John Cena that he's not no underdog, but he is the WWE champion. So, yeah, just building a little bit of tension here, but, obviously not really a personal rivalry. And I think they would have a really, really good match. And, yeah, I would actually have Cena, the ref gets knocked down. Cena has Rey Mysterio and the STF, but Del Rio will come out, hit John Cena with a chair, and which would allow Rey to hit the 619. Rey doesn't see Del Rio, so Rey gets to win, and then after the match, Del Rio attacks Rey with the chair. He cashes in, and he gets the arm bar, and Rey has to tap out. So I would have Alberto Del Rio come out of this pay-per-view as the WWE champion. And then we have the main event segment. I forgot. We're going to have Triple H negotiate with CM Punk live at SummerSlam. And I don't know if you guys saw my rebooking of the Summer of Punk, but essentially, they'll throw a couple of jabs at each other. I think they did have a contract signing at was it SmackDown where Punk was just talking about Stephanie, and then Triple H was talking smack too about Punk, and just very verbal insults here between the two. And it'd be very entertaining, but afterwards Punk would say, you know what, he hates Vince McMahon and he doesn't like Triple H, but he likes him at least a little more, and he says he wants to return to the WWE. He takes the contract. He's about to sign it, and then two masked men attack both CM Punk and Triple H. They put CM Punk through the table, and then they also beat up Triple H, and then they're revealed to be Austin Truth. And then afterwards Punk gets pissed, and then he hits Triple H with the GTS, and then he rips the contract. So it keeps that storyline going. And I think this will be a very exciting stuff. And obviously, this leads to Triple H and CM Punk taking on Awesome Truth. And this was all planned by John Laurinaitis because he doesn't want CM Punk to come back. And again, this would be very exciting stuff. And I feel like, they should have had Punk on the card. This would be a nice way to get him on the card. So, guys, that is my card. Let me know what you guys think. I did feel like I made a couple of improvements. First off, even though I didn't have CM Punk on the card wrestling, he still was on the show. And I just felt like him returning right away kind of ruined the storyline in a sense where he left and then he came back. At least here, even though he is on the show, it's still unsure where the storyline is going. So there's still a lot of anticipation and hype for it. And I thought Rey Mysterio and John Cena, these guys never had a pay-per-view match, and I think it would be a really good match. Probably be just as good as what we had with Punk and Cena. And then also Del Rio cashing in would make sense, especially if he's cashing on Rey Mysterio because they had the feud earlier in the year. So, that's cool. Rey Mysterio becomes a little more sympathetic and he doesn't look as a dumb character. And then, Triple H versus Del Rio is good. We get Del Rio giving him a big push, so obviously having him defeat Triple H, and that furthers the storyline with him and John Laurinaitis. Kept Sheamus and Triple H the same. I think Morrison and R-Truth, these guys should have had a nice blow-off match. Daniel Bryan and Wade Barrett, keep that the same. And then, adding some mid-card and tag team title matches I felt really helped the card. Add more depth to the card. Have Legacy going at it, Cody and Ted, so that's a nice blow-off to their partnership there. Same with The Miz and Alex Riley. I felt like, they should have had a nice blow-off match here. And then, the tag match, a lot of great young talent in that match as well. And the Divas match was solid as well. So guys, that is my card. Let me know what you guys think. And I forgot the World Heavyweight Championship match. Putting that in a TLC match, I think would just make the match even better. So I think I definitely improved the card. But let me know what you guys think, and I'll run down the card for you guys right now. Alright, so the first match we have for the Divas Championship, Kelly defending against the Glamazon Beth Phoenix. For the World Tag Team Championship, Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre versus Air Boom, Evan Bourne, and Kofi Kingston. For the Intercontinental Championship, Cody Rhodes versus Ted DiBiase. For the United States Championship, Alex Riley versus The Miz. Daniel Bryan versus Wade Barrett. R-Truth versus John Morrison. In a street fight, Sheamus versus Mark Henry. Triple H versus Alberto Del Rio. For the World Heavyweight Championship. In a tables, ladders, and chairs match, Randy Orton versus Christian. And for the WWE Championship, John Cena versus Rey Mysterio. And then we have the cash-in Rey Mysterio versus Alberto Del Rio. And then, of course, the contract signing between CM Punk and Triple H. So, yeah, guys, that is my card. Let me know what you guys think. Catch you in the next one. Peace.